This is Channels Television's breaking news.
Interview with Edgar.
Edgar, age 13, is going to come in and he's going to be talking about some of his life problems. So, Edgar, come on. Roberts.
Hello, Joe Clayton.
Please sit down. So, you know why you're here. You've had a hard life and you're going to be interviewed today. All right, so we're going to start. To this day, how do you feel about your mom?
It's actually kind of sad. I'm supposed to love her, but it's just like different than actual like real love that a mother and son should have.
And does it make you feel sad to think of your mom?
Yes, because like what she's done in my life and in hers is just like, how could you be so corrupt and like live down that life?
And how does that make you feel about your life?
It makes me feel questioned. Like, I don't want to live like that, but like, if she's done what she's done and it's in my head and it's in my genes, it's like, what can I do to not like live like that?
And just so the audience knows, she was in jail how much times?
Plenty, more than enough.
Mm-hmm. And what for? For
Burglarizing, drug deals, just prosecution of kids, just terrible stuff.
And so we know that your grandma took you at a young age while you were in foster care.
Mm-hmm.
So how has your grandma affected your life?
She's made me feel welcome, like make me feel that like my life doesn't have like it has a purpose in it. Like she's made me feel like to not live like my mom did, and make me feel just happy and like not down a corrupt life.
So she definitely affected your life positively, correct?
For sure.
Yeah. So we know of Henry, correct? Your sister's dad, correct? And how do you feel about him?
Just that since she was in jail, he's never contacted her, never done anything with her, and then right when she gets out of jail, the day, he comes down with a car for her, whole bunch of money for her, and then took her shopping, took her out to eat, and then while we were there, the only person that she paid real attention to was him, just the whole time.
So that's very upsetting. If you could say one thing or question to him, what would you say?
Like, why would you live your life the way that you did? Try to take our mom away from us. Because in just a few months now, right when she gets off parole, she's moving in with him.
Okay.
She's only been with us for a year and a half, and she's already, after 9 years, she's already moving in with a man that has just way more, like, just terribly done stuff to her.
Now this is a little bit off topic, but I have seen your mom at a volleyball game of yours. Did she care about your volleyball game, or was she there?
She only
just...
wanted to take a picture. What she does is that she fools everyone on the internet. So she just takes a picture of like someone that's having a fun time and then just says, look at what I'm doing for my beautiful children. I spend every living, breathing moment with them. And then the next moment she just turns around and just goes to bed.
So one word you would call her is a liar, correct?
Yes.
And do you remember foster care at all?
Not as much, but when we were jumping from churches to church, like just to like test them out to see like which one's like a perfect one for us, we went to one that was in Peoria and it was called New Foundation. And after the service was done, me and my grandma and my sister, my brother, we were just walking out to the car, and then there comes like a lady behind us, just starts crying, and then I'm like, what? Like, we're just like, why are you crying? And she's like, is that Eddie Spaghetti? I'm like, how do you know my name? And then my grandma was like, that's your foster mom. I'm like, wow.
So Eddie Spaghetti is your nickname?
That they named me, yes.
So just so the audience knows, how long were you in foster care?
About a year and a half.
You beginning in life, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you believe your mom feels about foster care? Does she know?
She knew, yes.
How do you think she feels about
We
it?
just don't really talk about it with her because she thinks that she was a fit mother, but she wasn't. That's why I went to foster care, because she was an unfit mother.
So she's a clueless liar.
pretty much. Like, she's smart in, like, the books and stuff, but, like, when it comes to mothering, she's dumb as a rock. It's just sad that it happened like that.
Do you love your mom?
No, I live with my grandma. My mom's living with us for right now.
Do you love her?
Oh, love her. Just depends. It's not really a relationship that, like, I want to be in. That it just, what she's done to me and how, like, she's made me feel, and what she's done in my life and hers, it just makes it feel like, why would I love you?
Now this may be personal, but do you think she loves you?
She could say that she loves me, but I don't think she truly loves me. Because if she truly loves me, then why would she leave after being 9 years in prison, and then a year and a half with us, she's going with her boyfriend? That's a legal immigrant anyways. They can never get married. They can never have any, like, true stuff to be in the States. So it's like, that's the whole point.
And are you angry at your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Very?
Sometimes, yes.
So angry or frustrated?
Frustrated, yes.
Okay. And who do you think of is more of your mom? Your grandma or your biological mom?
My grandma, 100%.
Yeah. I'd say that too, considering your what you're in right now. And how do you feel about your grandmother's cancer? Just so the audience knows, she has pancreatic cancer, correct?
Yes.
And she was supposed to die 4 years ago, correct?
3, 4 years ago,
3,
yes.
4 years ago, and she hasn't yet.
It's been 14 years
How do you
that
feel about
she's
it?
been diagnosed with it.
She was supposed to live until 10 years after, but
Yeah.
she's 14 now. How do you feel about it?
I'm glad that she's still alive. Because if it hasn't been for her, then I wouldn't be, like, as smart as I am, as, like, happy, or as, like, just myself, if it wasn't for her. She helped me for myself. And to a child that works, that lives and breathes for, like, anything that, if you'll ask him, then I will do it. If you ask me to do something, I will do it, like, pretty much no matter what, like, which is joy.
And she influenced you too, just so the audience knows. He actually reads the Bible every day, and she influenced you to read the Bible, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are you glad of that?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just like, most children my age don't read the Bible that much. Like, they don't even bring it to school. They don't even talk about them.
Most kids don't even go to church, correct?
Mm-hmm. And so, like, when I do it, it's just, like, not so I'm trying to get, like, attention, just so I can share the
Love
word
of
with
God.
them. Yeah, the love of God. So they're not going down the same path that my mom took.
What would happen if she were to pass away?
If my grandma?
Yeah.
Then I would go with my grandpa, but if he would pass away, then I'll go somewhere special.
If you could say one word to tie this all up, to tie up your life, what would it be? To describe you.
It's a confusing fun life.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. That's what makes it special.
And that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Edgar.
Yeah, thank you.
Today we interviewed Edgar Roberts. He was in foster care for the first year and a half of his life, and his mom was a very unfit mother. She did drugs, she did a whole bunch of things in front of him that we shouldn't say in front of camera, and it was very sad. And then his grandma took him from foster care after whenever he was 2 years old, and she gave him a better life. She taught him different lifestyles, including like Christian. She brought God into his life. She taught him a lot of things. She tutored him, and she was a very nice lady to him. And his mom actually got out of jail 9 years later, and didn't pay any attention to him. She only paid attention to his to his sister's dad, and it was very sad. Now she's actually she's about to be living in Washington with his sister's dad.